tonight, breaking news as we come on the air.
If you're saying that Hillary Clinton is pivoting, I would like you to not pivot.
I'm sick of them.
That's me, 8 years ago, starting Stossel TV.
For the next chapter of my career, I'll report from here.
Here was a little studio in that building. I wasn't sure moving to social media would work out. After all, this platform wasn't known for journalism. I worried about competing with that. I worried that not enough of you would watch or donate to pay for my staff. I need a team because, unlike most of what's on the web, we do real research. We interview experts from all sides and spend weeks editing and revising and re-researching before we post. Would enough of you watch and donate to pay for this? Well, yes, we just reached 1 billion views, and your donations cover our costs, so thank you. I'm glad we can make these videos because most people have no idea what government really does.
What's the agriculture department do?
Sure, they do a bunch of things.
The commerce department, what do they do?
I have no idea.
People should know what government does because it often does bad things. My most watched YouTube video is this one with NSA whistleblower Edward Snowden.
What the NSA is doing every single day as ordinary course of business is violating not only the laws as written, but likely the Constitution.
We spoke via Zoom because he was in exile in Russia. We talked almost 2 hours. It's strange. All my career, I worked hard to shorten videos.
John, what's your feeling after watching this?
In 2020, I only had so much room after commercials and Barbara Walters comments.
My husband not only eats oat bran, he puts raw oat bran on it, and then he puts the wheat bran as well, but then he's from California.
That explains everything.
I assumed you viewers have short attention spans and won't watch longer videos. It's why I often use gimmicks.
When America promised to take care of us old people, politicians basically lit a fuse.
Fake dynamite to illustrate Social Security's coming bankruptcy. Smashing a thermometer to show the stupidity of price controls.
This says it's freezing. I don't like being cold, so I'll fix it.
To show how communal living nearly starved the pilgrims, I dressed like a pilgrim.
This Thanksgiving, if you have a good meal, thank private property.
But now I notice lots of you like longer videos. Our second most watched YouTube video is this conversation with then presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy.
Allowing people to say hateful things also must be allowed?
Yes.
Because
what is hateful to one person is still a different person's opinion. And we're a nation founded on the expression of diverse opinions.
On Facebook, our most watched video is this one, which questions predictions about climate change.
The world is going to end in 12 years if we don't address climate change.
We let actual climate scientists put it in perspective.
It's warmed up around 1 degree Celsius since 1900, and life expectancy doubled the industrialized democracies, and yet that temperature ticks up another 0.5 degree, and the entire system crashes. That's the most absurd belief.
That video got 24 million Facebook views. On Twitter, my most watched videos are about government failures, like the promise to build
500,000 charging stations.
2 years later, how many have they built for $7 billion? 7. On Instagram and Rumble, the most watched video is this one on how this little park bathroom cost taxpayers $2 million.
I was expecting gold-plated fixtures. It's just a toilet, couple urinals, 2 sinks, $2 million? The $2 million was a good deal here?
$2 million was a good deal.
The Parks Commissioner said $2 million was reasonable because it takes the city so long to build a bathroom.
We've now saved 5 months out of what used to be 4 years, 5 years for a project. We're now doing them 3 years, in some cases under. So we've shaved 5 years off.
Whoop-de-doo. So instead of 5 years, it's 4.5 years?
At least he wasn't corrupt.
Are you on the take?
13 million if you watch this video when I ask a New Jersey mayor about giving sweet deals to his landlord.
Mr. Mayor, as your legal counsel, I'm going to suggest and recommend that you don't answer the questions of this gentleman Understood.
Is it true that 4 of you are getting loans from Mr. Davies' bank? And is it true that you get a discounted apartment in Mr. Davies' building?
Thank you. You had your time. You may sit down.
I make lots of videos that push back at politicians' claims and activists' claims.
What do we want? Climate justice! We want it now!
Here's one claim from environmental extremists.
Climate change could create a massive global food shortage.
Our changing climate is already making it more difficult to produce food.
There is no claim less true. Food production has skyrocketed, even amid the modest warming of the past 100+ years.
Sometimes it seems like green activists don't even care about what's true. They claim bees are dying off.
Greenpeace set itself a challenge to put a stop to the deaths of thousands of bees.
The media jumped on that scare.
Something is killing America's bee population.
Bee-apocalypse.
Bees dying off, disappearing.
But the population of bees is going up. They could have just Googled bee population and they would have seen them going up.
Absolutely. Things have never been better in terms of the numbers of bees globally.
But their dying stories continued.
Bees are disappearing worldwide.
Aren't you glad that we now have alternatives to the so-called mainstream media? A big reason we need alternatives is that so many of them vilify capitalism. It's probably one reason socialism is on the rise.
You're a socialist.
Yeah.
This woman's now vice president of the Minneapolis City Council.
Where has that ever worked?
Her silence says a lot. Socialism has never worked. She finally said,
I'm doing a just fine job of representing my community.
Socialism is the only system that can save us.
The web is filled with young people praising socialism.
Socialism stays winning.
I can't say I'm pro-capitalist without my friends, people on the internet, or anyone really coming at me for it, telling me, how could you?
This college student was a prize winner in the Stossel in the Classroom video contest. Now she works for Stossel TV. This Latin American influencer also worked with us on videos that got 30 million views.
The thing with socialism is like a beautiful iceberg, right? In an iceberg, you see the tip, and it's all about brotherhood and free stuff, and we're all gonna get along, and empathy. But in the depths of that iceberg, below the sea level, is where the misery and the genocide and the injustice and the exiles happen, and nobody seems to see it. Whereas the capitalist or libertarian iceberg, it sounds horrible in the tip. It's all about selfishness and greed and individualism and capitalism and all these buzzwords that people hate, but it's in its depth that progress and freedom and tolerance and, thriving economies actually happen.
Exactly. This historian's book even says the free market will save the world. That's pretty grandiose.
But it is saving the world. Bit by bit, step by step, every day. Every day over the past 20 years, more than 130,000 people were lifted out of extreme poverty. Every day.
Most of what makes life better happens because of the free market. And I'll keep illustrating that for the next billion views. Thanks for watching. We'll continue to defend capitalism and push back on politicians and freedom-crushing rules. If you want to make sure you get our next video, subscribe and hit the notification bell.